Welcome. You're very happy, right, today? Because you're not having a test right now. Okay, so this evening our invited speaker, Arthur Alonso, is the living proof that with passion and effort we can achieve anything. Born and raised right here in Brasilia, he began his journey in a public school in Brasilia before reaching the global stage. He graduated as a mechatronics engineer from Hungary and is currently pursuing a prestigious Erasmus Mundus scholarship for a joint master's degree in brain and data science in Olpis Rio in Finland. He knows firsthand how the English language can open many doors and break borders. He is here today to share about his journey and how we can also unlock the same doors. So, welcome.
Thank you. Oh, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Before I start the presentation and to show that we can go further, we can achieve much more than what we see here in our daily lives. Because when I was here in Brasilia, in primary school, middle school, high school, just looked around and saw like, maybe I will be a technician somewhere and work, and I don't know. So I want to give you perspective and what can we actually do, how we get there, how we can achieve. But before we start my talk here, I need to know who are you. So I would like a show of hands. Who is in high school? Can you raise your hand if you're in high school? Okay, one. Anyone here that's doing university? Okay, and the rest is in school. Middle school, junior school. Workers? Everyone, who works, give a show of hands. Okay, thank you. So we'll try to focus on people that are working and in high school. So let me tell you a bit about my journey. Just a little bit, because there were so many pictures, events, things I would like to share, but they didn't fit in this one picture, in this one slide. From since I was born in the Festa de São João until my recent graduation in Hungary, doing robotics, doing biomedicine, and others. And let's see, how can we get through all these things? So the beginning, I studied here in Brasilia, in a public school, without much access to robots. What's that? We don't see robots here. I was there in that party when I was little, looking around and just like, maybe just buy until my energy and that's it. But there, in this little school, we had a very interesting program that was called Ciência em Foco. It's a very old program. It was cut down, and it's not in place anymore, unfortunately. But there was my first contact with science, where they showed me how to crack open electric motor and how electricity works, or how to do a model of a house and put the light and the light switches, how light and mirrors work. A microscope. They gave me a microscope on my hand and showed me it was there. That's how you use it. So there I had my first introduction to it, and it gave me some curiosity. And I started to go to science fairs that were open to public. You don't have to pay to go there. And for us students, we can get the public transportation for free. So actually just needed to dare and go there. So I had this example at home, my grandpa teaching me about electricity, how to make things in the house. That was a huge impulse for me in my life. And later, when I was went to university, and they're kind of confused. What do I do now? Is it done? Is this the end? But once again, I'd say you have to dare. You don't have to, but if you show that you dare, you want to do more, that you are capable, and that you can do more things, people recognize it. And you might get many more opportunities in life if you do so. Just a quick example, this is me in the OPEMEN. Maybe many of you know it. It's a public school competition in mathematics. And just by participating on it, you get a certificate. Doesn't matter your grade actually, but that shows to a possible employer, to a scholarship application, to your future that you are doing more than what you need to do. You're a person that's interested. You're a person that goes there and gets things done. So I was there, pandemics again, just confused. Like, I want to do robotics. Where do they do robotics? I think, maybe Japan. So I started to learn Japanese. These are some pictures of me in a speech contest in Japanese. Trying to do interviews in Japan. Tried it for 3 years, got rejected. So maybe I should have just given up then. Maybe that wasn't for me. I didn't have the resources, I couldn't pay a flight for me to go to Japan. It would be like 7,000 reais. I couldn't. Maybe I just stay here at UNB, very interesting labs, you can do some experiments, but you don't have actually the resources to build something new, to develop new things. So I was at home doing some more projects. Here in the top left is a water filtering system that I did from rain water, because here in Brazil several years ago we had a hydric crisis, and they cut the water a couple of days in a week, if I remember correctly. And then when it was raining, I just saw the water there, no water in the tap, and I was like, let's try to do something about it. I posted it, got a couple thousand views, it was very fun. And I put it also on my application, said, hey, I did a water filtering system at home, because there was no water. It went well. I think it shows I am there to solve problems, I'm there to do more. And I can do that. So at the end, after 3 years applying to different things, I got somewhere I actually didn't think. Hungary. Where is Hungary? That's a football team, right? So I got this opportunity to study at Debreceni Egyetem. That's the name in Hungarian. Hungarian is the most difficult language in the world. I actually don't speak Hungarian, just understand a bit, but tough. But there I met amazing people from all around the world. I was able to build and develop amazing prosthetics. I did this robotic hand, programmed it, and tried to control it with my brain. It was an amazing project actually. And graduated last year there. And remember I said before, to get this kind of things you have to dare. You gotta go there and be cara de pau. Go there and do it. Here is just a quick presentation made in English in an electronics conference that the school paid everything. They gave me the trip, so we spent a week there to discuss about science and technology. It was great, it's here, but I won't play it now. Just to show, we can do it. But you might ask me, how? How do we get there? How do we do these things? Never saw it. Well, as I already told you, very curious and daring. So, when I was in high school, lost, it was very simple. I went to Google, very old thing that no one uses anymore actually, and searched for scholarships in Japan, because I thought Japan they have robots, that's where I want to go. So I found it. It's literally the first link. A scholarship next, Mobu Kagakusho. That's Japanese for the Ministry of Education and Science. And they pay you 7,000 reais, so something dollars to go there after high school and do your undergraduate program to the university. The same for Hungary, but this one appeared much later when I was already studying to go to Japan. I knew other people that were studying and we were talking together and saying, there is also this program, you can apply and see. So I did it and I got the one that I never thought or knew about. But maybe nowadays you would go to whatever your preferred AI chatbot and ask, I need some fully covered scholarship that pay all my costs, my trip, because I don't have the means to it, at least I didn't have it. And I'm Brazilian, that's important. How do I get that? What do I need to do? And they're going to give you several options and what you need to do. So go there, be curious, and see what's there for you, because you can. So I will give a quick overview of some hints and things I did that helped me to get these scholarships. Just talking broadly, I was approved I passed at least the exam to go to the Japanese scholarship, got rejected at them because there was no places left in international selection. I got selected to the scholarship to go to Hungary for 4 years to do a complete university degree. I got selected last year for another scholarship that paid my master's degree in brain science and neuroscience in 2 countries. I was last year in Israel, and now I'm going to go to Finland to do my specialization. And that's all. I didn't have the means to it. I didn't have the money, but I was able to find the opportunity. I was able to show that if I go there, if people go there and invest on me, I would pay off. So what we need, you need to understand and talk English in English. And that's a thing. If you're here, if you're able to understand me, if you're able to talk, you have it. That's something gotta work, takes long, it's so painful. I studied with her, I guess, not just you, but for 10 years in school, with my late homeworks and exams and everything. It was painful. But it worked at the end, it paid off. But not just that. You need at least B2 level of proficiency. You need a paper. The paper that says, okay, here's the proof I know some English. But that's different. You can have all the papers you want. But if you go there and try to talk with them and you don't understand them, it's kind of worthless. You need the paper. Or not that much. If you can prove you made a presentation in English, or you can send a, hey, I know I didn't do that, but I did this many years in school and I did these cool projects, I did this Olympiad, I went there, created something new, and you can talk with me, you can understand me, I can understand you, so maybe you can do something. Some people got with it. So don't worry too much. These papers are expensive sometimes. There are also scholarships for them. Be curious there and search for it. How do you do that? So just so you know, this requirement of B2, according to the CEFR, you need to be able to communicate easily with English speakers, understand and be able to express your ideas in several languages. So again, if you're here and you can understand me, I'd say you are there. But paper, it's another thing. You already did the hard part. Thirdly, extracurricular and other achievements in life. How would you get a certificate that, I don't know, you know computer science if you didn't even leave school? I'm not that good at math. I want to do biology. How do I show I know biology? Well, there are several ways. Maybe you don't know that because the information is not available everywhere, but if you know how to search, if you're curious, you can get it. So let me give you some examples. As I said, Olympiads, I participated in them, I sent it along with my applications, and it helped. During high school, I was doing tutoring classes in English, for math, for physics, and that gave me a fee waiver or a scholarship to study here at Riacho Fundo in a private school while I was working. And I could show that. I worked for 3 years teaching people, teaching English, teaching that. I'm doing something. And I got this school for free, so it looked like a good deal. Extra things and projects. So you can say, I don't have the money for that. I don't know where to go. I can't go to a technical school that will cost another 1,000 something reais. Well, that might be true, but we have several platforms, and I will show some that might help to improve if you're gonna apply for a job position, a scholarship, or something. So if you go to EDX, it's an online learning platform with certified courses. They give you the certificate from several schools, from Harvard, from Yale, from very famous schools that are valid all around the world. This is one I actually did because my background is in physics, math, and so on. I didn't know biology, I didn't know neuroscience. So I did this one to improve my profile, to show like I'm interested in it. I already did it. I went by myself and learned it. But you can say, these are too expensive. That's the link. Those are too expensive, right? I can't like this. For example, nowadays we always see electric cars everywhere. It will definitely be a huge market at some point. It's already being. Maybe you want to apply for something to work on that, or be a technician, or working on making those cars. There is this course there on understanding battery in electric vehicles and the hybrid vehicles. But you can see here, it costs $400. And say, dude, I don't have that. I also did it. If you go to these websites that I'm mentioning, EDX, you will have it here, and all the links are in the presentation as well. They also have a scholarship. So you're seeing a pattern here. Everything you're gonna apply or you wanna get something, if you show to people that you are interested, that will be useful for you, you worth it, that you will put effort on it, they might help you. So we are applying for this. By the way, the course itself is free. You pay only to get the final exam and certificate that they will verify like anything. So I did the whole exam, the whole course in 1 or 2 months. Applied for this scholarship. So from 400 euros, I got 95% discount. I had to pay 20 euros. So that's 100 reais. And that's something I put on my curriculum to apply for neuroscience. I'd say it helped a lot. It showed I'm interested, I know something about it. Even though I didn't go to university to do it, even though I didn't have lots of resources, somehow I figured it out. And that's my certificate that I got. You can say, I studied in Harvard. Not really, but it's the course with the professors there. And it seemed nice. You can do that in several platforms. If you are interested in coding, there is platforms like this. If you want to do something related to technology, programming, something, there is another platform for it. If you want to learn culinary, if you want to learn anything, Coursera have that, and all these platforms have fee waivers that you don't pay the fee to get a certificate, or they have scholarships that allow you to get these papers. So by having this, by having the side projects, by participating in conferences, by going to the fairs, doing these extra things that you don't have to do, you might actually get uh, an opportunity abroad, a job that's helping me a lot. So let's say for you to search, to be curious, because there are infinite opportunities, we just don't know where they are yet. So just going again on the requirements, some, if you're applying for university, we require a good grade in school. What's a good grade, meaning you ask? People would say 8 as an average, but there have been people with 6 and 7s got it because they had, I don't know, went to the zoo and worked there for a while doing this interesting project on water or with animals, and they're applying for biology, so they like it. So do things on the field you like, what you want to do, and make it in a way people will see and see you are a person that works that they should invest in you. And the 2 last points, a motivation essay, saying, why should I give you the scholarship or should I give you the money for you to do this? Tell me your motivation. Why? Well, because I can. And in this essay, you're going to say, well, I want very much to go to that school, I want very much that job, because I think, no, don't say I think, that's such a mistake. You don't think, you are. So, because I am working on this field, because I did this and this project, because I went there and studied this and I found it super interesting. I want to develop further, I want to make a difference. You're going to put it there, and this motivation will show, well, if I pay this person will actually make a change. This will matter for them and for the person that's paying. For the government, it's going to give a scholarship for the government. And the last one, recommendation letter from someone that worked with you, either your boss or your professor, someone that can tell about how you work. So in summary, you gotta know English. They are gonna mostly ask you in English if you wanna go abroad. Secondly, do the things that you show that you are motivated to go further, that you more go higher. Don't try to just be the average to pass with the bare minimum, because then I don't have a reason to give you money. I don't have to continue, just gonna keep doing the same. But if you can show me that you're gonna do more and put me in a better place, put the world in a better place, then it's worth it. Then you will get it. You can. But I don't want to study abroad, you might say. I don't want to spend years away from my family. That doesn't seem desirable, I guess. And it's okay. Many people might say I don't want to spend 6 years like I did away. So you say, well, still, if you want to have some experience on it, there are different types of scholarships, different types of opportunities. Some examples. There is a working holiday actually. So these are opportunities that pay you for summer. So now, June, July, August, 3 months, you go to any of these places. All of them, these are the most famous ones for that type of scholarship or work. They give you, if I'm not mistaken, most of them have to pay the tickets to go there. But by working there, you can pay back the tickets and much more. Because their wages, their salary is much more. And to do that, it's a very similar process. You've got to show you know English, you've got to show your interest in the field. It can be about teaching. There are many working holidays for you to act as a professor of English, of Portuguese, of, I don't know, high school, university, whatever field you prefer. Or just cuisine, culture, office, retail, traveling, tourism. Many opportunities all over there, and you just gotta search for them. Other one, that's volunteering. That's different from work, because you don't get to work in this, you can just go as a tourist and be a volunteer. So, if you are interested, I would search for his name, Isaac. I think it's written right. They have youth leadership. That is, they empower youth to go all around the world to do teaching or clean the beaches because they are dirty. Or you go to a mountain to restore an ancient temple that's falling apart. And they pay you money to be there to help them. It's not a job. You won't get a huge salary, but you have the experience without having to pay for it. There is English teaching volunteer and many others, such as Erasmus Plus as well. Nice thing for you to search if you're interested on these shorter terms, 1 to 2 months experiences abroad. That they just appear. And here in Brazil, they won't knock your door and say, hey, would you like to go? But once you are there, I receive it once a week. Hey, would you like to go to teach English in this summer camp in Poland for a month? So I went there for a month in the mountains, saw the rivers, teach the kids English. Then they said, well, would you like to go to Italy to be there, taking care of the turtles for another 2 weeks or a month? Yeah, I can't do it now, I gotta study. So there you have these opportunities coming to your door. And once you're there, you might get many more things. So be aware. So talking about those, well, let me tell you a bit about what I did there. I was invited by LG to go to France to present a project I did at home. There was me and my slide PowerPoints with ideas saying that maybe we can do our conditioner in a different manner. Maybe we can make our house greener, put more plants there. And I made a presentation for them in this stage here. And I got a full trip. I met people from LG, made networking. I knew people that will work with me in the future. That just because I was there. This was my thesis project at university, using this headset here that's reading my brain waves to control different drugs with, depending on what you're thinking, this headset will understand your brain patterns and give a different command to the robot or to the hand. So I'm gonna make it, I think it's a call movement now. Yeah, it's a price call. It was a 1-year project I did. And also, as I mentioned, several other projects with the university and presentations. So you can also do it. That's the takeaway from here. I studied in Israel for a year, so I lived in this building here in the right, as you can see here. And I did several interesting experiments that I posted into my research portfolio with super high density electrode hammer. It was great environment. But that's it, to show you that you also can do it and what you need to do to get it. If you want, you can follow my research on Instagram using this QR code. It's Alon Research on Instagram or my LinkedIn. I possibly will be posting these opportunities as they appear or I get to know them. And I'm planning in the future, when I have more time, when I finish my research projects, to do some kind of mentoring to help people with their application essays, with applying for these opportunities abroad. So if you're interested, you can